Today on Big Deke News, we discuss if it's not only the fans that would like to see Mason be the starter over Mitch if Kenny can't go. Wonder who I could be talking about. Also, Mike Tomlin trade rumors and a Kenny Pickett update. All that and more, Big Deke News. Diontae Johnson has found ways to make headlines this season, whether it's dropping quotables in interviews or dropping passes on the field. Don't forget he has made some amazing plays too. But most recently, he was asked about the prospects of QB3 or QB2A, Mason Rudolph, playing this weekend.
Yeah, I want to see him play. I know he's ready to play, so I know it's in the back of his mind, like, dang, when I'm going to get my chance. So I feel like this week is it for him. So I know he's going to do everything it takes to prepare this week, get ready for Sunday.
Sounds a little extra supportive of Mason, huh? Wonder why? It's not hard to put two and two together if you can remember the Mitch Trubisky and Diontae Johnson tiff from halftime at the Jets game. But I do think this is much to do about nothing. And if anything, I think Diontae's just giving some support for a dude that's had a tough season and was actually Diontae's first quarterback. If you want to count Diontae only playing a game and a half in his rookie season with Big Ben, and then Mason Rudolph was the main guy the rest of the way. So that's what I think this is more about. If he was asked a question about Mitch, he'd probably answer in a supportive fashion as well. To this degree, probably not. Next on the docket, Mike Tomlin trade rumors. Last year, it was Mike Tomlin to USC. This year, it is Mike Tomlin to the team we are literally about to play in like 2 days. Yes, the Carolina Panthers. Mike Florio, PFT, what does he do? Pro Football Talk. That's what it is, right? He said on 93.7 The Fan that it wouldn't surprise him if a trade does happen. And here's my simple response.
Never say never, but never.
I could see why Carolina would want to make this move. Trade for a Hall of Fame coach in his 50s to steer your franchise in the right direction. Of course, it's a good plan. And there's the Pittsburgh ties because current owner for the Carolina Panthers was a former minority owner with the Pittsburgh Steelers. But if I'm the Steelers, hell no. And I'm not of the mindset that Tomlin should be on the hot seat right now or that the Steelers should move on. But that's like a whole nother discussion. The root of my feelings in this particular instance is, what good are the draft picks if you don't have a good coach to guide them in the right way? I just feel like a coach is more valuable than draft picks. It's not like we're trading for a specific player, too. It's not like this is Mike Tomlin for Patrick Mahomes. This is for the chance to get a good player or a generational player. And what are the chances of that? Darts at a dartboard, shot at the dark, whatever phrase you want to say, 50-50, particularly for a generational player. Just good players, it's like 50-50. So with a good coach, you're supposed to have a guy that elevates all the players on the team, no matter the draft pick, if they're undrafted free agents, anything like that. But I'm sure Tomlin critics would say, team's 5-8 this year. He did a whole lot of elevating, huh? Well, I just don't feel like a lot of the losses are on Tomlin. I could go through, 4 or 5 of the losses and say, how is this a Tomlin fault? Like, just for instance, last game, Trubisky's 3 picks. Is that a Tomlin problem? Boswell getting his field goal block, is that a Tomlin problem necessarily? At the end of the day, Tomlin's a good coach. We got a young team here. I don't think there's any reason to move on right now. And then lastly, we have some updates on Kenny Pickett. Was limited in practice on Wednesday and Thursday and is still in the concussion protocol. I have no clue if he's going to play or not on Sunday, but here are the facts. This is his second concussion of the season, and going back to Freiermuth, when he suffered his second concussion, he missed that following game. And then for Pickett, what's weird about this dynamic for this week compared to his first concussion is he was limited in practice this week, whereas the week leading up to the Miami game, he was a full participant and then did end up playing. So there's weird dynamics going on here where I can't really put 2 and 2 together. Your guess is as good as mine if KP8 plays. But Kenny also made some news recently unrelated to his status on Sunday. A helmet switch. Presumably the concussion stuff has prompted him to make a switch to this style of helmet. I don't know what it's called or anything, but we know this is the newest style of helmet, which, since it's the newest and has the best technology, it should be the best for head injuries. So I would say good move by Kenny there. But there is another addition to the helmet that has raised some eyebrows, or at least has some people making comparisons. Yep, you see it, the visor. Let's not do this, man. Let's not do this. Visor Ben was different. He already had 2 Super Bowl rings in his pocket. Led the Steelers to the Super Bowl in that season. He was rocking the visor. And the reason he was rocking it is because Ravens broke his nose, too. He battled it out in that game and then had to wear the visor the rest of the season. Like, no reason to do comparisons, man. Come on. I've already said this, too. Let Pickett be Pickett. Let him be his own man. You know what? Fuck it. Fuck it. Visor Kenny's going off if he plays this week. 300 yards, 3 touchdowns. Book it. That's it for this edition of Big Deke News. Hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you guys think of the topics discussed, as always, down in the comments. Stay chilling. Enjoy your weekend, too, on a Friday. Thank God it's Friday. Peace.